founder, Dravidian Professionals Forum, Dr. P.T.R. Palanivel Thiagarajan, Honorable Minister for Finance and Human Resource Management, Government of Tamilnadu, the Director, Roja Muthaya Research Library, Thiru S. Sundar, Curator of the program, Senior Journalist, Thiru A.S. Paneerselvan, authors of today's book, Tamil Migrants, a Demographic, Social and Economic Analysis, Thiru S. Irudayarajan, Bernard D. Sami, Thiru Samuel Asir Raj, and P. Sivakumar. First of all, I thank the authors for participating in this program, and particularly Professor Dr. S. Irudayarajan to coming all the way from Trivandrum. This book, dealing with the topic of Tamil migrants, is of paramount importance, because when we talk about migration, migration is a phenomenon not restricted to any society or any community, not even restricted to human beings. Any living being migrate, any living being which has the ability to move migrate. In that sense, migration is because of socio-economic factor in one way. It may be for three reasons. One is people migrate for better opportunities. Secondly, people may be forced to migrate because for various reasons, because of famine or maybe sent to work in plantations, etc. The third one is because of the persecution policies or persecution practices followed by various groups. Mass exodus happen. However, Tamil migration is unique because migration can be traced to the origin of a civilization. More the civilization is ancient or more the civilization is old, the intensity of migration is more. In that sense, though many of the studies talks about Tamil migrants or emigration from Tamilnadu, in reality, the migration of Tamils have to be seen holistically, because we claim that Tamil civilization is one of the oldest civilizations in the world. And Tamil civilization's origin, we trace it back to the Dravidian culture, which is in Indus Valley civilization, in Harappa Mohenjadaro, which is somewhere near Pakistan and the northern part of India. So when we talk about Indus Valley civilization and the migratory practices, we also have to connect this migration with Aryan invasion theory, because Aryan invasion theory is very important for the simple reason Aryans migrated from Central Europe or European countries towards the modern India 3000 years back or 2000 years back, mainly because of various wars and famine and other climatic conditions. And one war which led to the Aryan migration, I would just like to point out that, is the Battle of Troy, because this Battle of Troy has got a connection towards Indian Aryans. Battle of Troy happened some 3,500 years back, 3,500 or 3,000 years back, where this Battle of Troy's history or the Battle of Troy can be traced, or the similarities can be traced to our Ramayana, our epic Ramayana. Or even we can say Ramayana is nothing but a copy of Battle of Troy. In Battle of Troy, King Agmamon, the whole thing happened because the Troy's prince Paris and the wife of Meneleus, Helen, the princess Helen, elopes with Paris, and King Agmamon and Meneleus destroy Troy and capture Troy, and in that the exodus happened. Why I would like to connect this to Ramayana is the same thing has been reflected in Ramayana, and Ramayana is written by Valmiki. Valmiki is a fisherman. A fisherman is the person who are his ancestors, are the people who are the witness to any war which happens in the sea. So Valmiki's ancestors would have witnessed this particular war of Battle of Troy, And these ancestors would have passed the information to Valmiki, who would have customized Ramayana in Indian format. Indian format by altering the characters, where Achilles in Troy is the Hanuman in Ramayana, Ravana is either the Prince Hector or maybe the Prince Paris, and Rama is nothing but Meneleus or the King Agmamon. Why I want to draw attention to Ramayana is, even in Ramayana, when Valmiki wrote Ramayana, he witnessed a civilization, that is a Tamil civilization headed by Ravana. And Ravana is technologically and socially superior, that particular civilization, Tamil civilization is superior to Rama. The Ramayanam starts mainly because of everyone of us aware that Surpanaga is, the original name of Surpanaga is Meenakshi. Meenakshi is Tamil goddess. And Surpanaga expressed her love towards Lakshmanan, and because of which the Lakshmanan chopped the nose of Surpanaga, and to support Surpanaga, Ravana abducted Sita. This is the whole story about. But 3000 or 3500 years before, or 5000 years before, when Ramayana was written, at that time there was a Tamil civilization, there was a civilization where a woman is allowed to express love over a man. That is what we call it as women empowerment. And Tamil civilization has got that Tamil women empowerment at that point of time itself. Whereas when we see Rama after taking Sita back to Ayodhya, we did Agni Pariksha. Agni Pariksha is nothing but putting in the fire. That is nothing but a gender violence. So the civilizational gap between the North Indians and the South Indians, or maybe the Aryans and Dravidians, were well established through the Ramayana itself. And even technologically also Ravana is much superior than Rama. At that point of time itself, Ravana came in Pushpa Vimana, which is nothing but a plane or aeroplane, and abducted Sita. Which means at that point of time itself, there existed air travel between two Tamil nations, between Tamilnadu and today's Tamilnadu and Sri Lanka, and airports are also existed. So if we want to learn about the migratory practices, migration theory, all this has to be holistically studied, because we cannot go with the thought that Tamils emigrated from Tamil Nadu to outside and then came back. That will restrict the scope of migration. So in this way, as far as the literature is concerned, we need to holistically do a treatise starting from Aryan Invasion theory to understand the theory of migration. Here also I would like to make a statement or make a submission. Some time back, the Union Civil Aviation Minister when Tamil MPs member of parliaments asked for more airports for Tamil Nadu, he said Tamil Nadu already has got four international airports, whereas many North Indian states does not have airports. So why we will not give it more? Of course, leaving aside the fact that Tamil diaspora is much stronger than any diaspora, which enables the air travel. Even in Ramayana, these airports existed in Tamil Nadu, whereas Rama, at that point of 7,000 years before itself, brought this Vanarasena from Uttar Pradesh or northern parts and constructed the bridge, Ram Setu. That is a myth. So even at that point of time itself, people from this Aryan or the North Indians are migrant laborers, and even still today they are migrant laborers. Whereas Tamil civilization is already advanced. So migration is also related to the advancement of the Tamil civilization, which needs to be taken care of. With this, I would like to invite Thiru A.S. Pannirselvan to curate the program. Thank you.